Lisa. Mafia. Remember I told you I'm a soldier. Fellas in the club and it's all over. It's all over. It's all over. Lisa.
Mafia. Saw her live. Shit.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to Christmas time in Southampton.
Woo! Sorry.
Unbelievable. Welcome to another episode of A Glass Half Film. Episode Achtung. That's not 8, is it?
I think that's
act.
18, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just act. Acht.
And
Just offending different...
Germans everywhere.
Yeah, Germans. I'm joined again by the ever-present Sean, and now I'm going to just do the ever-present Harry. You're here as well. So, all right? All right, guys?
Hi.
How's your week's been?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Much guanin?
I've been watching The US Office.
Oh, intriguing. I've been trying to put you on that for ages. Not
Yeah.
put you on it necessarily.
I've been trying to make you fuck a DVD like that for ages.
Just put you in. There we go. There's Sean's first swear word of the evening. If you've got the
Mate, we
sweet
can play a
potato
drinking game. Oh, let's every time Sean swears.
which is Lisa's niece now. I've been watching a bit of It's Always Sunny, rerunning that.
I've
this week.
kind of
Cool.
that kind of just killed me a little bit from what I got. I did 5 series in about a week.
It's pretty good.
And it
Where
was,
you stopped.
Yeah, but there's only so much, hatred. And we're 3-0 up, by the way, guys.
Oh, just unbelievable.
Cool.
He's got his phone here.
Mate, I just
Not content with watching his team win the Carabao Cup, the League Cup, now renamed for sponsorship purposes, Sean is watching the Man City game on his mobile phone device whilst we carry out the podcast.
Well,
so
we normally do this on a Wednesday,
there's your commitment.
so I would have been all over it on a
Unbelievable.
Wednesday. No, but I've been watching. So yeah, basically, It's Always Sunny got a bit. As much as I do love it, and I have learned to love it a lot, but yeah, it's too much hate.
I love that.
Do you know what I mean?
I love it.
Yeah, but after you watch just
I do.
and I kind of feel like it runs the same theme.
I mean, yeah, the gang do something.
Yeah, and it's always kind of the same thing, which is fine. But I think if I watched it once, if it's just once every if I watch this once a week, like when it's on TV, I probably wouldn't notice it as much.
No.
But now I'm like,
Fair enough.
I mean, it's the same with The Office, to be fair.
Yeah.
But
The US office, you'll learn that there's
and
more
I
of that
see
fun.
kind of
Not as much hate,
similarities.
though, I guess.
Yeah, bit of love in the US
And
office.
similarities to the UK one are still rife, and even in series 3, and I really like that it's like that. It still kind of harps back to it a little bit.
Yeah.
But
It
I
was-
think
it
all the
started- really
characters
starts
come
coming-
into their own
really
a
starts
lot,
coming
because
into
I
their
only
own.
started watching from the second series because I sat the first one off
Really?
because it's the same script, isn't it?
Did you just not watch it at all?
Yeah, I didn't bother.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I love Dwight. Dwight's insane.
Harry,
Jim's
anything then?
I thought about watching something.
And then you didn't.
I didn't.
You
Yeah.
watched Battlefield Earth, yeah? Or...
I really wanted to. I was really looking forward to Mute. Which is the new Duncan
same. I haven't
Jones.
seen it yet.
Yeah, and I still will watch it.
Is that out on?
It's on Netflix, like a Netflix original.
Is it out now though?
Yeah, it came out last Friday, and it's
What's it called?
Mute,
Mute.
and it's Duncan Jones.
Is it about a mute?
It may be. I don't really know much about it. I know that Paul Rudd's in
It's,
it, and it's set in the same universe as Moon.
Dick jokes.
Yeah. Did you what?
Paul Rudd, dick jokes.
Sure,
Sucking on my dick.
but
No?
yeah.
I've completely killed that conversation.
So
Moving
yeah, we'll
on.
just yeah. But Moon's great. I love Moon. Duncan Jones is
Moon's
pretty good.
amazing, and
So.
Sam Rockwell makes a cameo in it.
Oh, so it's Moon
It's in the same universe, and
There
it's
we
a
go.
prequel.
Yeah.
But it's
synergy.
No, I think
you
it's
know?
isn't it a sequel?
Crossovers,
I don't know.
universe.
Fact check that.
Everyone loves a connected universe these days, don't they?
oh yes,
Yeah.
Set for DC.
Except for Cloverfield.
That's it. But they do like it, but then just the damn
Yeah,
executed
10
it well.
Cloverfield Lane is fantastic.
Oh, there we go.
So, what about you, Luke?
I haven't watched too much. Haven't watched much at all. No, my girlfriend was over. She left this morning.
She didn't let you watch the telly
Not really, well, I didn't really want to watch it. Telly. Do you want to watch the telly, Bobs?
on the sofa.
No,
Watch the telly on the
I've got
couch.
I've got Olive Corey, right?
Matt, wait till Sunday. Watch Omnibus.
Omnibus.
Yeah, but I don't have time for that because I've got Sunday League with Nipper.
Sunday.
I've got to take Whip It down Park.
Yeah, I'll take him there. I got the then I got take air.
There's always time for Hollyoaks.
Got to take air dancing.
Got to get her indoors down to bingo.
Yeah, and little dancing.
I wish I lived up north.
So you could talk like that.
Yeah, and just eat pies all the time. My mate Ben lives up north, and he said it's just basically
eats pies
smoking fags and eating pies.
Healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, who cares? You're up north. Who gives a fuck?
That's one
Go
way of
watch
looking
Man
at it.
City whenever I wanted. I wouldn't have to watch it on my phone with you.
Just maybe don't watch it on your phone. Let's have a bit of focus. Bring it in. So yeah, it is Thursday we're recording this, so the snow has hit us in Southampton, to the point where you might have noticed that we were going to have the infamous Sam from the Docks was going to be joining us this week, but
We put
unfortunately,
him on Instagram and everything.
I know he met Mark Kermode.
He did.
What a time to be alive.
I would have loved that.
I would have shook his hand and everything.
Someone else
Hello
met
to
him on the
Jason
train as
Isaacs
well.
and stuff.
Yeah, your mate Tosh met him on the train.
Yes, he did.
He told us.
He did. He commented on. Yeah, I mean, I work with him. Yeah, and he rubbed that in my face too.
He story topped him. He said he met him
Like
on
he
the
rubs
train and
everything
then he
else.
went to the pub with him.
Nah, he said he loved me like a brother the other day. So
Wow,
love you
What
too,
about
bro.
Tosh?
deep.
Love you too, bro.
You fist bumping there.
Yeah, well, that's.
Is that what you do?
fists. That's not us having sex. That's too.
Well, no,
fists.
because usually it'd be like that, wouldn't it? You
All right, mate. Pop cock in the.
in the fanny.
Keith Chegwin.
Fantastic.
God rest him. Actually.
Rip.
Yeah. Pour one for my.
No, don't.
Nah, don't say
That's
that.
cool.
Anyways, yeah, just going back to our point there, Sam from the Docks can't join us, it's snowing, and can't get chains on his BMW, can he?
No.
So,
That was good. I like that.
well, okay, fair enough. That's a character I'm going to run with. Just some characters, you know.
Couldn't get chains up BMW.
Couldn't get chains on BMW, so he's left
Couldn't
it
get
in.
chains up Beamer.
Nah.
Oh.
So he can't join us. And we had to actually, our good friends at Brewdog haven't been able to supply us with the beers this week. So Sean, hit us with our first beer.
We've gone just with the Aussie ones from Tesco.
The Aussie ones from Tesco.
Well, these are, yeah. I mean, it's Sierra Nevada. It's lovely.
These are entry-level pale
It's a pale ale.
ales.
But as my girlfriend actually pointed out to me, Ross drinks them on Friends
There we go.
and has done for years.
There's your film and TV connection.
But it's
Boom.
very nice, isn't it? Come on,
It all
it's
comes full circle.
fantastic, is it not?
Hey, you know what?
Isn't it?
It's all right. I think I've been blessed. I think I've been blessed with some good ales now. And it's like, I'm tasting this and I'm like,
It's a bit.
where's the fruit in it?
Oh wow! Later, I've still managed to pick you up.
Beer, right?
It's not
fruit.
smoky. It's not smoky, is it?
I've still managed to pick you up a fruity one.
I gulped too much.
That was a lot.
I did gulp way
You
too much.
okay?
Yeah, like mother, like son. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, what we wanted to discuss this week, because it is this Sunday coming up to the bloody Academy Awards, otherwise known as the Oscars. I don't know why they're called the Oscars. I should know that because it's a film and
to be
TV.
fair, I was thinking that the other day.
I don't know if it
Why-
stands for
I'll
something.
get on it.
Is it someone called Oscar?
Obligatory silver cinema and reaction sup
What?
awards.
Are you okay?
Oscars.
Oscars, right?
Yeah. So it is the Oscars.
Oh, you were doing the
acronym. Yeah.
I was like, what's happened?
Yeah. Has
you
Luke
okay?
had a stroke?
As Mark
Yeah. I've been learning how to say my words backwards, Sean. If you rewind that, people, you will hear it sounds like Satan's saying something to you. My sweet Satan. Like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I've heard.
But
Fuck
yes,
Led
it's the Oscars this week. Yeah, fuck you, Led Zeppelin.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah. Gang war. It's the Oscars this week. And I went to a bit of a round table. It's oblong. Oblong
Rectangle,
table.
I mean, it's rectangle.
Oblong.
Rectangle.
Table discussion regarding the Oscars, this year's Oscars, and is there any stand out? We've talked about the nominations, but is there anything we haven't talked about in great detail? We had obviously our episode on some of the snubs and hoo-has.
That was just when it was just me and you, Luke.
Oh, the glory days. These are the
Back in the
days
day.
Glory
of
days.
our
Now, I
lives.
think.
Wow.
Yeah. Class of 93, that sort of stuff. But
92, isn't it?
I don't know. Phil,
I'm a
I'll
City
just check
fan,
my
I
phone
don't
just to
fucking
see if
care.
there's any. Yeah, sure. Oh, mate.
Yeah, it's
City
still
doing
3-0, is it?
Arsenal having one is what someone's messaged. I mean, it is what I'm gathering. But anyways, we're getting sidetracked. Oscar chat.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that was painstakingly obviously missed out from the nominations for you? Were you quite happy?
I can't really think of them now, but nah, I don't know. Not really.
You're quite happy with it?
All
were you?
like the Oscar bait films are there, aren't they?
Mhm.
And I was shocked that Get Out got in. So that would have been
You were
that would have
expecting
probably
it.
been the film. But because obviously Lion and Manchester by the Sea and stuff I went on about with my list were last year.
Exactly.
So all the ones that I think, even Dunkirk, I was surprised that actually.
Yeah, I'm glad it did though. So.
Yeah, same. And I'm actually a bit shocked it got in. But those,
I feel like those films that come out in the summer often get forgotten about.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know? Which
100%.
is a shame because.
Well, yeah, because it's normally
Dunkirk's
like even Lady Bird's just come out, but the Oscars is Sunday. So it's a bit like, does
Just come out
shouldn't
here.
it? Yeah.
I don't know what the situation
They can sneak
is.
it into America.
Yeah,
can't they? But the problem is, it was still in the BAFTA nods, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah.
And it's only just come out here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but so it was like Manchester by the Sea and Lion last year were the same. They came out quite like early in the year. But
That's about.
it's all politics, is it not? The bloody Academy, eh? Can't live with them, can't live without them, eh? Oh.
One of my big snubs was number 2 on my list, the Florida Project.
Oh, I haven't seen it still.
And Aaron Lynch brought this to my attention as well, was the fact that it didn't get nominated for Oscar. I mean, it's one of those films, I think, in terms of Willem Dafoe got nominated for Best Supporting Actor, but the actual film is what is the great thing about it. It's not a performance film.
You don't look and they're kind of clutching at straws for
they just went Chuck Willem in there.
Yeah.
Willem.
I haven't seen it. I do want to though.
It's great. It's one of those ones where, you sit down and watch it. Because that's what you do when you watch a film. You don't stand up and walk around and watch it, do you?
I actually did start watching The Big Sick.
Yes, that's another one. I really like that. If I was to have my list of films, I would want my top 10 of last year to be in it. But I think The Big Sick was one of those ones that could have been included in on it as well. Yeah,
I mean, I've only watched the first 20 minutes or so. It's quite funny though. I like it. I like the guy in it. The dynamic between them is really good. Yeah. It's quite funny. The bit about the Uber at the beginning cracked me up. Thought it was great.
So funny.
They got nominated for screenplay though, right?
Yeah. Best original screenplay, which
they nodded at them. Same with Baby Driver.
Yeah.
They also got the nod for script. They probably would have been up for more if Spacey wasn't
I don't know. In terms of a movie, for me, it was a bit. I don't think it was Oscar worthy. There's nothing in that best film category that I would go Baby Driver.
But then again, I mean, from all the films I've seen from the ones that are up for Best Picture, they're all deservedly in there.
Yeah.
And Lady Bird looks like it's going to be great. All the critics seem to absolutely love it. But yeah.
How about you, Harry? Anything that you can think of?
No, I think you got them all there.
Yeah.
Really. I feel like they've all been nominated, all the main ones. There's no standouts for me.
I think there's a few as well that some people were like, that like the mainstream sort of ones. The comic book fans are definitely crying out for Logan to have been nominated.
I mean,
but if you only watch comic book films, fair enough. You're probably looking at it going, it was the best film of 2017.
Yeah, but I still think Logan maybe could have got in.
Yeah.
Because if Get Out could get in, I think Logan could get in. Because Logan got nominated for Best Screenplay too, right?
It is the first comic book film to achieve
so I think
such a
it's
feat.
merit for that. And I think the film itself is good. But at the same time, it is still a bloke with metal claws. But it's like, do sci-fi films and comic book films and stuff and animations and stuff, do they get the nod, or does it have to be like a serious, like people could say that Phantom Thread, Daniel Day-Lewis is great in it, but it's about a bloke making a dress.
Exactly.
See what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's
100%. You can flip it around, can't you?
Yeah, like surely it's just, if it's good within its category, it should just be allowed in. But then again, I wouldn't take any out from the ones I've seen out of that category to put Logan in. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know what I'd take out. But I haven't seen The Post. I haven't seen Darkest Hour. But the more I see pictures of Darkest Hour, the more I don't want to.
The more I thought about it as well. I mean, we'll go into it in terms of,
especially with that poll I did on Instagram as well.
You did a poll on it, didn't you? And I think some people realised that as well.
Because Darkest Hour kept winning.
Yeah,
because I did it every hour, and but then later on it lost every time. So I think even people who were voting for it, like there was others that were just like, oh, actually,
it seems to me it's all about him, right? It's all about the performance.
Yeah, which is why I think he will still win the Oscar.
Yeah,
but.
It's Gary.
I just think, like, if it's a shit film, who cares if he's good in it?
Gary Oldman has played everything, but he hasn't done it in a fat suit. So
that's true. He hasn't done it with jowls.
But I watched some clips of it again when I was looking back on it.
Not fucked.
And I was just like, I think it's really standout from. You can see the fat suit in it. So I don't know. We'll see how that performs. We'll go into it in our predictions in a bit more detail. I think some people were a bit surprised with Wonder Woman perhaps not getting a nod for the sort of what's her name, Patty Jenkins. No,
Yeah.
Patty Jenkins. I want to say Patty
Jenkins. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Being nominated for Best Director for that film, people thought. But to be fair,
but still at the end, it's still a big fucking mismatch of shit.
Yeah.
Like Garrett is directed really well and she's done really well with it, but would you put it ahead of anything else in that category?
You watch an hour and a half.
You look
of it
at
and then the
Christopher
rest of it.
Nolan's Dunkirk, and it's yeah, it would have been good for her to get the nod, but the Lady Bird director got in there, right?
Greta Gerwig, yes.
Yeah, which is great. And I don't think you should just because Wonder Woman, the impact it had, doesn't necessarily mean it should be in there, because at the end it is just essentially CGI monsters just beating each other up, and it's a bit like shit. And there's a lot of that in that film. I wouldn't say the direction's the best thing about that movie.
No. How do you feel about how do you feel about the how do you feel about the obvious one as well with the Post getting in there?
I mean, I haven't seen it
because you've seen it, haven't you?
I've seen it and I loved it.
You loved it, didn't you? But
really loved it.
I can't comment on it too much. But was it not too obvious on paper that it was going to get nodded, and therefore you just before you went into it?
It checks all the boxes.
Yeah.
But I think for me, I went in blind. I don't think I'd seen the trailer. I didn't really know enough about the story. But I, as a film, I think it stands up. I don't think it's just been thrown in because it's Streep, Hanks, and Spielberg.
Yeah, I mean, it's got that cultural impact about it as well, isn't it? Because of like the whole fake news shit with Trump.
Well, yeah, and Spielberg apparently was like really hot on it being made this year, and like,
which is good.
I think he'd finished Ready Player One before he even started production on this,
which we had the trailer for this week as well. I don't know if you've seen it. Maybe we'll have a bit of a look at it.
I'm up for that. I'm up for watching it.
We've got another cultural nod one as well with the trailer for Wreck-It Ralph 2, Break the Internet.
I saw that today.
I like that.
I'm in.
Ready Player One, I think, could kind of bore off.
Yeah.
I think it's just nodding it too much.
Yeah.
Like, DeLoreans, fucking Iron Giant, just it feels like it's shoehorning it all in. But I don't.
You love a shoehorn.
I do love a shoehorn because it's there for a reason and it works.
Ergonomic.
They're great, especially the long ones you get from IKEA.
I've got a massive shoehorn.
You should bragging now, mate.
Like the big ones.
Oh,
you don't have to bend down. Yeah, don't even, mate.
You're just bragging, mate. Your bloody shoehorn, your slippers collection.
Yeah.
My box
I haven't put my slippers on.
Yeah. Oh, you got them up with you there? You got them with you there?
Sorry, mate. Don't even, well, I don't know why I'm
You've upped your game there. You've upped your game. Are they the same ones?
Yeah.
Sean, you're bloody matching with your top.
Have you got your shoes on?
Yeah.
You lazy twat.
It's snowing. It's the snow. Harry's excuse.
Yeah,
what for?
Everything.
For him drinking rum beforehand.
Yeah, rum and
having the best night of his life.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, well, bloody butter shoes out there slipping over all the shop.
Me?
What was that?
No, me.
Straight by with chipping all over the shop.
Butter shoes. Are you trying to give yourself a new nickname?
Butter shoes.
Oh, butter shoes. That's what they call me. Yeah, you call me butter shoes.
Oh,
You call me butter shoes. Is that you? Just quickly, a couple other snips. James Franco for the Disaster Artist.
Yeah, but he ended up being a bit of a pest, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
yeah, you can't do that, can you? No can do.
Yeah.
You say that.
A lot of people aren't.
You say that. Bloody Affleck, Casey Affleck last year.
True, but I think they'd already come out then. The nominations and stuff were already done.
It wasn't as strong.
Or he settled out of court.
Like the whole sort of message. I don't know. I mean,
oh yeah, obviously it wasn't that Me Too thing wasn't out and everything. Then he could kind of get away with it.
Martin McDonagh didn't get his best directing nod for 3 Billboards. In terms of a film, do you think it deserved him for best director? He kind of brought it all together. It wasn't just, it was the...
Yeah, but...
He obviously got it for the screenplay.
Who else is in the best directed?
We'll go through the categories on that one. Hold on, I'll bring that one up. But do you think he would have been for it?
After seeing it, like it's a great film. I don't know if the direction like really stands out.
Okay.
But I mean, I think
I'd agree. Really,
I'm just thinking of like Christopher Nolan, and if it's anywhere near that, and to me it's not. So I don't know who else is in that category. Like
I'll bring it up for you now. 2 seconds. Sorry.
I don't think necessarily I think Woody Harrelson, Francis, whatever her name is, and Sam Rockwell. I think
it's acted.
That's the thing that I'd think of straight away. But then again, like
I think he came.
But I think he's quite subtle though, isn't he?
Okay, well, with the best director nominations, we've got Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird, Jordan Peele for Get Out, Paul Thomas Anderson for Phantom Thread, Christopher Nolan for Dunkirk, and Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water. Now, Guillermo del Toro for Shape of Water, that makes sense. Christopher Nolan for Dunkirk, again, it's his film.
I think he might win it.
He should.
I think he might do.
He should.
Paul Thomas Anderson for Phantom Thread, I also think that is a good shout.
I haven't seen it.
It is, even though it is I'm
going to watch them all before Sunday.
even though it's a DDL fronted film, Daniel Day-Lewis, acronym.
Sure.
Don't shoot me.
Oh, good acronym if you have to tell us.
PTA. Yeah, thank you. Parent Teacher Association.
Yeah. Makes sense.
For Phantom Thread, I would say that's well deserved because it is his film and he ties it all together with the sound that comes through it. We've had people tell us that as well in the soundtrack episode that we had before.
Yeah, but he's great anyway, though, isn't he? Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah.
I think.
Boogie Nights.
Yeah. I think has he won one yet? Or they kind of want him to win one? Or that, like. It's a lot of Daniel Day-Lewis films, though. Did he do There Will Be Blood?
Yeah.
That's what it
that
was.
as well, right?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Is that what he won it for?
You'd like to think he did.
Potentially.
Well, yeah.
I can't remember. And Jordan Peele for Get Out makes sense. So the only one for me that I haven't seen Lady Bird, so I don't know. Have you ever seen Lady Bird?
No, apparently it is.
It's tough, isn't it?
Fantastic.
It's tough, isn't it? Because we do you say Lady Bird over that?
Nominees are there for that?
A 5.
Yeah, so why
me-
why isn't there 7 like there is 7 films?
I don't know.
See, it doesn't
We'll
make
bloody
any sense.
write a strongly worded letter. Let's get into our predictions now. We've had a bit of a oblong table discussion regarding the Oscars itself. Let's get into our predictions. But first of all, Sean, hit us with our second Aussie beer from Tesco's.
The second Aussie beer from Tesco's is Brooklyn Lager. I mean, yeah, you can't go wrong, really.
No,
It's all right.
I'm liking it though because these are beers that like you would maybe see like some proper lads. They'd come back from the shops and be like,
got some craft beers.
"No,
Two for a
got some
fiver."
fucking craft beer. This one's
Fair, we got some craft beers free for a £5.
this one's
Oh,
handcrafted."
by the way, Luke, you owe me a £5.
Do I though?
Well, he paid a £5 and I paid a £10.
Okay, that makes sense. Go on, where's the Brooklyn?
Anyway, yeah, Brooklyn. It's nice. I like the brewery itself. Great.
I like Brooklyn.
Yeah, they do this amazing summer ale, which we will drink in the summer. I hope.
They've got the East
India IPA.
Yeah, that's
that we
what
drink at our
5.9%,
break-ins, yeah.
6.9%.
Yeah, it's like 7. Yeah, it's good though.
7.
7.
No, it is good, and I don't need to taste this and then be like, "Oh, I'm getting hoppy." I don't know. So we're not going to get any of that.
No, it's nice.
Shit
I like
banter
it.
from me this week. I just like Brooklyn Lager. So
Yeah, fair.
there we go. We want to do a bit of a predictions now, all things considering. Well, we like a bit of a competition, so why not make it competitive between all three of us? And when the award show happens, maybe, whoever gets the most results is the winner. That's a good idea, isn't it? Who came up with that? Bloody competition.
Whoever
That's
gets the
a
most
great
results. Whoever loses does 3 and under,
good shout, because I think that could right. I like that.
and whoever wins. Well,
Pride,
pride
and passion.
like the cavemen used to do. Did they?
Did they?
I don't know. Jungle.
Homo sapien. So I've got us the 6 main categories here: supporting actor, supporting actress, actor, actress, director, and film. Going to go along in that order just to give us the crescendo of finishing on the big one of the night, best film. So supporting actor, I think this is going to be quite a quick one. Could be.
What are you doing first?
We're going for our predictions. We're not just going to go
which
supporting actor. So we've got supporting actor Willem Dafoe for The Florida Project, Woody Harrelson, 3 Billboards, Richard Jenkins, not whatever white names we were coming out with before, Sean, for The Shape of Water, Christopher Plummer for All the Money in the World, and Sam Rockwell for 3 Billboards. Sean?
Okay, so who I'd love to win it is Richard Jenkins because I thought he was outstanding.
Yeah.
But Sam Rockwell's got it in the bag, hasn't he, really?
Do you think this is the most Stonewall one that they've got at the Oscars this year?
Yeah.
I think so.
I can't see anyone else winning it. But I would love Richard Jenkins to win it because to me, I think that performance is better.
I've got a genuine pen
Yeah.
and paper.
Okay.
I'm just going to write down here what your choice was.
So yeah, Rockwell is who I think is going to win. But
Rock is what I've written in there.
The Rock, yeah.
Not The Rock, not Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
Just write Rockwell.
No, because that's too many letters.
Okay.
And I struggle with the letters. Harry, what are you going for?
I agree.
You're going Rockwell.
This is his.
I am also going for Rockwell, but great shout outs there for Willem and Christopher Plummer for me.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the movie.
The whole story of that is great, and the fact that he filmed it in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
or
apparently
something,
that even though the film isn't necessarily that good, the reason why it is so good is because they managed to refilm the whole thing in like 2 weeks. Or
and he was the original choice.
He was the original.
It made sense. I mean, I know that we've said about
the studio told him to go for Spacey for a bigger name.
I think we've said about it before with Spacey, haven't we? That we were like, oh, wouldn't you have liked to have seen the film with Spacey in it? And I'm like, no, because this is...
No, but I said the reason why is because I think he'd be awful with all the prosthetics. I didn't say because I wanted to see him.
You love Spacey.
I used to, man. Everyone
I know you did. I'm going to go... I think it's a clean sweep for Rockwell on that one, even though I would really like to see one of the others.
I do think Woody Harrelson was really great. I just didn't have enough.
Yeah, I mean, in total, he's probably in it like, what, 15 minutes?
Yeah,
really?
Unfortunately,
But
yeah.
he was
Good 15,
good. He was good.
My friend Dan said about it as well. He was like, yeah, as you said, you would say he definitely would have been a shoo-in for Best Supporting Actor. You could make the argument
If he did more acting.
No, you could make the same argument that Mahershala Ali won it last year for Best Supporting Actor.
Of course, he was
for not being in it as long.
The impact he had, I think, on that film, running through it might have been more.
So potentially, but Sam Rockwell is the one that everyone has chucked it at so far. You know what I mean? If
And
Woody
to be
Harrelson would have been in for a shout, he would have won.
He does.
He's great. He is great. I mean, the things that I don't agree with that film, like about with that film. Did I even say that in the right way? Is his character at the end. So I shouldn't really be going. But like I said, I'd want it to go to Richard Jenkins. But
fair enough. Well,
I think
it's a clean sweep for Rockwell, and that might be the only one going into this. Supporting actress, we have Mary J. Blige for Mudbound, Alison Janney for I, Tonya, Leslie Manville for Phantom Thread, Laurie Metcalf for Lady Bird, and Octavia Spencer for The Shape of Water. Harry, I'll come to you first on this one.
I have seen none of these films.
Oh, so you're going to have to blind choice this one?
Yeah, I'm just going to go, who won the BAFTA?
Oh, really?
who did win the BAFTA?
Pretty sure it was...
You don't even know.
I think it was Alison Janney, mate.
I think it was her. So I think she's got it.
Really? You're going for Jenny, are you?
Yeah, she was great, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah?
No, yeah.
You've seen I, Tonya, right? Is it even out here yet?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
I want
it?
to see that.
It's out, yeah.
I'm going with her.
You're going with her to watch I, Tonya?
Yep.
I'm going
Be
with
weird,
her.
but
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
She likes watching her own movies. She gets off on it.
She gets off on that shit.
Yeah, I can't really comment, but just go with her. It's just the obvious one, I guess.
Fair enough.
I'm going. Actually, Luke, what about you first? We'll go you first.
Are you going to me first?
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I wrote down my choice before it, and it's tough. It's tough. I've got two choices here. I've actually gone for two films that I haven't seen. I've actually done the same idea that Harry had. I wrote down mine before we came into it because I thought if I write my choices down, then we can go back to it. Mine was Alison Janney as well because of the BAFTAs. So I've gone for the BAFTAs choice on this one. You can obviously go down the Golden Globes route, the SAGs route, or the BAFTAs route. I thought I'd go Janney. My other choice would have been Laurie Metcalf for Lady Bird because I don't think Saoirse Ronan will win, and I don't think Lady Bird will win anything. So I think that might be the one it will go for.
Wow.
But I'm unsure. I haven't seen her win anything yet.
I think that'll be. I mean, that goes
choice
into the next category, but
your choice.
No, I said you first.
Oh, I've gone for Janney.
Oh, you went for Janney. I think it's going to be Octavia Spencer.
Ooh, really?
I do. Shape of Water.
Wow, that's an interesting one.
I'd love her to get it as well. I mean, I think me wanting to go for the supporting actress, actor and actress in that film shows that I like that movie.
Okay.
But I thought Michael Shannon should have been in supporting actor.
Yeah, you did say it when we were.
But yeah, I think Octavia Spencer. I mean, I haven't seen the other movies yet, so it's hard for me to be objective, I guess.
Yeah.
But apparently Mary J. Blige is amazing in Mudbound.
That's the other one. That's the other one. We've none of us have gone for Blige there, and she won the Golden Globe, did she not?
Yes, she did. Oh, what was it? She won for the song. I don't know if she won the Oscar. I mean the BAFTA. I'm not.
She didn't win BAFTA, but I thought she won Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress. But we'll maybe
should be
get
a bit more clued up. Really.
What's next?
That's all right. Give us a fact check, Harry. Best Actor is next.
Best Actor
is next. Going in the as we've gone round there, Harry first. Well, you were first of all, Sean. Harry was first. Then do you want me to go first on this one? You want me to go?
You can go first.
Okay. I think my fuck it. This is the one I'm taking a risk on, and this might be me having to watch a 3 and under. But you'll see my reaction to what I watched for Ben and Arthur, and Ben. Yeah. So why not? I'm gonna go for.
No, go for the one that you're going to go for.
I know what he's going to say.
Daniel Kaluuya, Get Out.
I knew he was going to say it.
I'm going for Daniel Kaluuya and Get Out. I was very close to going for Daniel Day-Lewis and Phantom Thread because it is his last film. That is, I think there's 3 choices for me.
But he always says it's last.
There's 3 choices for me. Gary Oldman is the shoo-in. Daniel Day-Lewis is, for me, that is the sensible gambler's choice because it's his last film. It's actually a great film. He's really captivating in it, even though he's just playing someone who makes clothes and
he's got that though. He doesn't have to be doing very much.
He's basically playing himself.
Yeah,
he's basically playing himself. He's playing someone who gets way too involved in what they do to the point they take it into their private lives, like he did when he made Lincoln.
He is a method actor, isn't he? Even with like Bill the Butcher, he was walking around like Bill the Butcher.
Daniel Day-Lewis is Daniel Day-Lewis in Daniel Day-Lewis the movie.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm going for Kaluuya. I thought he was great in it. Like, and he's the person that you remember from that film, like him sat in the chair and his other things as well, like the way in which he reacts to certain things of like being a bit comedic to it. Like I don't understand. I can't say that I'm not a black man who can relate to it in that way, but I know people that react around white people like he did in that film, like when he's seeing them make those jokes and he's like, yeah. And it's like, it was just so like, it made me and you cringe in our seats so much. Do you remember? Like,
Get Out.
Oh yeah. But he was part of that because he cringed to the point of it was like,
he reacted like I've seen my black friends react to comments like that.
Exactly.
So I was like,
that's what it was for me. So I thought he was fantastic in it, and fair play.
I think because of the recent success of Black Panther, I think he's probably got a better chance than any at this moment of getting in there. But I still think it'll be Gary Oldman.
You going for Oldman?
I mean, realistically, it's Gary Oldman.
Yeah,
it's between him and Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah,
and the only reason it'd be Daniel Day-Lewis is just them being slightly controversial
and
picking him for the 4th time, and it's like, there he's done it. No one else has done it.
Another like thing about him saying it's his last. It's never his fucking last.
No.
All it takes is someone to come out and say that they've got the best role of his life. I mean, but then with this, like you say, it's Daniel Day-Lewis playing Daniel Day-Lewis. That's probably why he took it. But at the same time, all it takes is someone else to really entice him to do something else. But I think Gary Oldman.
And Gary Oldman, to be fair, it has that not nostalgia is not the word I'm thinking of there, but that kind of feel of the nearly man.
Yeah.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah. And to be fair, he's great. Gary Oldman is amazing. He's a great actor, but every time I see him in the fat suit, I'm just like, nah. I
really enjoyed his performance in the film.
I haven't seen the movie. So
when I watched it, I really enjoyed it. I watched it and I was like, that's great. But what I've seen of it since is one of those, I do get that sometimes when I've seen a film and then I see when it drags on and it goes to the Oscars and it's all about the performances and I just go, this is the front runner for it, and you just see it everywhere. Like, you turn on the news and it's like such and such his performance in the Oscars, and you're just like, maybe it's too full on. I've had 2 beers. So you boys are going for an Oldman double, and I'm going for Kaluuya. The next one, Harry, I'm coming to you first on this one, so just be prepped. We are going for the comeback is on, just so you're aware. The next one we're going for is lead actress. We have Sally Hawkins in The Shape of Water, Frances McDormand in 3 Billboards, Margot Robbie in I, Tonya. I still don't know how to say her name and I feel so bad.
Saoirse, on, you got this.
Saoirse Ronan, Lady Bird, and here she is. Oh, bless her. She deserves it. She's never had one, so why not? Let's give it to her this time. Meryl Streep in The Post.
She has had one, hasn't she?
21.
She's had 21 Oscars. Oh, bloody hell. I was going to say. Don't give her a fucking another one.
So much so that when you go onto the Oscars page, she's the only one that's got a link on it.
So you just click
onto it. And
it's like the Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It's just like
an Oscarpedia. So Harry, we're going to you first on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I've only seen 2 of the films, The Post and 3 Billboards. And from those 2...
I'm glad we got you on board, Harry.
I'm going to say Frances McDormand.
Again, it seems to be the front runner.
Yeah, I mean...
To be fair, I think she's well deserved in it. Even the reservations I have about that movie, she's fucking great in it.
She's
and
great.
she does play that character in a lot of things. She's like the same, it could be in the same universe as Almost Famous. Like she's the same, and she's really good at playing that as well.
Yeah.
And I think this is well deserved. I think her ability to be so depressed, but then so...
Do you not think
like,
that you both have got... You're going for Francis by the sounds of it as well, Sean? Oh, actually, so come to me next, because my argument then for Harry's choice is that, Harry, you've gone there for Oldman and Francis in the double of they're always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
I still think it could be...
Oh, I know what's coming your way. It's all right. That's all right. It's all right. Harry, you've got Oldman and Francis in a double, always the bridesmaid, never the bride thing there. You know, do you not think they're too much of the obvious choice? And especially with Rockwell as well? Do you not think
sometimes the obvious choice wins, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, the only curveball I think might be Daniel Day-Lewis thrown into all of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Even in the actress category?
Yeah. I think it's like a done deal, pretty much.
Sally Hawkins, man, I think.
So I'm going for Sally Hawkins. Did Sally Hawkins win at the BAFTAs? She didn't, did she? Francis did.
No, Francis did.
So that for me is
clean sweep.
Why I think that, like everything, I think she won
Three
at the
Billboards
SAGs.
has just been continuously killing it.
Mine is Frances McDormand as well, and that was my one takeaway from that film. I'm kind of changing my mind on Rockwell, but we've written it down, so I'm not going to. But that was.
Well, if you feel like you want to change it,
Yeah,
I'm letting you know that.
I'll let you know before the end of we go through all this, if that's okay. Who are you going for, Sean?
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Frances McDormand. I think she deserves it as well. I'd want it to be Sally Hawkins because she plays a mute and she's still that good.
I thought that as well. I said it to you when we were watching it. We were like,
for someone who says nothing, and the bit where she's trying to get his attention is amazing, and she's like
reels you in.
Yeah, and she's really good in it.
The
which
screen
is why
time
I think
she has.
Octavia Spencer could win it for supporting because she says all her words for it
as a salute
in the best way, and that's why I liked the film so much was them two. And but I just think Frances McDormand for the subject and for everything going into it, and like I just think she deserves it. She is good in it.
Francis it is. So down to Best Director, which we obviously mentioned.
Have we done Best Picture, or is it just?
Well, that's coming. There we go. That's the final one. That's the big one. That's the hoo-ha. That's the ha.
Hoo-ha.
Ah.
That's shark bait. Ooh-ha-ha.
Lovely, Sean.
Finding Nemo.
We have Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water, Christopher Nolan for Dunkirk, PTA for Phantom Thread, Jordan Peele for Get Out, and Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird. This is you, Sean, first of all on this one.
It's me.
Yeah. It's me. It's Kathy. I've come home.
See, this one's the biggest dilemma other than the obvious Best Picture. This one's quite a tough
Prestigious.
one. Yeah, and it's quite tough to pick who will actually win it. Because it's between two for me.
Go on.
Is Del Toro and Nolan.
Ooh, yeah. I think you're right. Go on.
I think like they're the front runners, sure. I know Paul Thomas Anderson with Phantom Thread and Greta Gerwig and Jordan Peele, but for me, it's Del Toro and Nolan. And I think collectively, in terms of directing a movie, I'm going with Nolan.
You're going with Nolan, Sean.
I am. I think Dunkirk deserves it.
It's a good shout.
But Del Toro should have got it for... I mean, every film he makes, I think he should win Best Director, really. You know, like Pan's Labyrinth. He probably did. I don't know if he did.
No.
For foreign
language film, I think he won for it, but I don't think...
Yeah, but it should have been not... But it's like Call Me By Your Name's up there this year, but that's foreign language film, right?
Partly. I don't think it is, but yeah.
I don't think it's...
But yeah, I just think he deserves it for what he brings to the screen. But Dunkirk's amazing. Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. And I think Dunkirk's amazing.
Yeah.
Like since we done our list of our best films of last year, it's climbed, as is La La Land.
It's definitely the overwhelming public vote behind this one, I think.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that when we do the best picture.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the poll.
So you're going for Nolan.
I'm going for Nolan, yeah.
Nolan.
You're going for Nolan as well.
Definitely.
Harry, really? Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
Okay.
I just think when it comes to the direction, like he's
He's amazing.
He's next level.
Yeah.
He really is like...
And I thought he would have got
class.
recognised for Inception when he did that.
Yeah, it's coming
But
out in summer, though, isn't it? I think
Yeah.
I think they just get forgotten.
and there was a lot going on as well, I think, with other directors. But
I think it would be a shame if any other, if he didn't win.
yeah,
essentially.
basically, if Del Toro or Nolan don't win and someone else does, I'll think that they've both been totally robbed out of that. But
For me, like the fact that I saw it 3 times in the cinema.
yeah, it's great as well.
Dunkirk.
And I like the way that it is essentially the reason why you got to give it to him is because it's 3 movies.
Yeah.
like, and they're all edited together.
Yeah.
A film
And
that you can see more than once and take more away from it.
Yeah,
It's just,
for sure.
it's so impressive. And
Definitely.
So what are you going for then, Luke?
I'm also stuck in that in the same boat there as you guys, but I do think it isn't just a 2-horse race. I also think that they could go and chuck a curveball with Jordan Peele for Get Out, because also the screenplay was him. It's a director's
I
first
just
film.
think that film's too much like a traditional horror film. For them to actually go with it.
I think it's too much of a 2 fingers up to the Academy as well.
Yeah,
it's a film. It's a film about white people that think that they can. Do you know what I mean? Sort of say these things to the black community. And it's
go
not
that way,
which they could go that way.
but I'd still think that Nolan would be robbed.
This is why I've gone for Kahlua. I think that the award that they will
You think
give,
they might give one
that they
to
give will
that
be
movie,
Kahlua. It could be the screenplays. I don't know. We'll see. But I think it's going to be Kahlua. So for me, that's why he's off. I think Greta Gerwig is also another shout that you've got to look at, and you go in the time of everything that's going on at the moment. Greta Gerwig could be a fantastic shout for best female, best female director, and leading from that point of view. But she is the first female director even nominated since.
I think it'd be a bit obvious for them to go for her as well. Do you know what I mean? Just be like the first one nominated, and then they just give it to her based on. But I mean, apparently Lady Bird is amazing though, so I haven't seen it. But
I think she won. I think she did really well. I think she did really well at the SAGs, Screen Actors Guild Association, or do you know what I mean? Or the director's equivalent. I think she did quite well for it. So it's tough to say when you look at that. And then you go to the obvious choices. Paul Thomas Anderson, I think, is out of the question. For me, he's out of the question.
I mean, not you never know, do you?
So I think he's a no from me. So it is either those last 2. I am going to go for Del Toro.
Fair.
I'm going Del Toro.
Fair.
Yeah, I've got the most
He would be who I went for if
I'm kicking myself.
If I'm being honest, I think he's going to win.
I'm like I'm Ladbrokes. I'm just being like, well, they'll probably win. So like So I'm saying my predictions based on if these were predictions based on who I think should get it, they'd probably be different.
Yeah.
All of them would be different.
I think there definitely will be one spanner though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know where that's
one spanner.
I think the thing
What
with
do you mean spanner? Well, like
thrown in the works, mate.
I think Nolan and Del Toro. I think Nolan and Del Toro are also in a similar boat with the kind of that whole fantastic back catalogue.
Yeah, they've never been.
Do we reward them for this?
Yeah. And I'd be surprised if it's not either of them. I'd be gutted.
Yeah. Well, I've gone for Del Toro, so we'll see what happens. Now we are here at the crescendo, the best film of the year.
Yeah, so I did the poll on Instagram, and it was like a winner stays on. Yeah, it was a winner stays on every hour on the hour. I put up two at a time. So they Call Me By Your Name versus Get Out for the first one. And to be fair, I don't think a lot of people have seen Call Me By Your Name. I haven't. I do want to, but so Get Out won that. And then after that, it was Get Out versus Darkest Hour, which Darkest Hour won. But then later on, because the poll obviously stayed up, I did Darkest Hour versus Shape of Water. But Get Out then later on won against Darkest Hour. Shape of Water lost to Darkest Hour, which I thought was pretty shit.
What did?
Darkest Hour beat Shape of Water.
Yeah,
I was like, no. But then again, people are entitled to their
we
opinions.
went back though because you can have these polls for 24 hours.
Yeah, but
can't you?
no, but Darkest Hour won.
Still.
Yeah, Darkest Hour was better. But and then Darkest Hour beat Lady Bird, but then Lady Bird again, as it stands now, Lady Bird's winning. And then Phantom Thread beat Darkest Hour. But then Phantom Thread lost to Dunkirk, and then Dunkirk just absolutely smashed it after that. So Dunkirk beat The Post. And then Three Billboards, which I thought would actually give it a run for its money in that poll. Even today, I did it for the whole afternoon. And Dunkirk won by like 94%.
Wow.
Yeah. So the public have spoken.
But the public don't always get what the public want.
No, this is true. And I've got this argument with the best thing, like the difference between the director and the movie itself.
Exactly.
And I kind of think they go hand in hand, though. So if you're gonna say Nolan for director, you've got to say Nolan for film, right? I think I think it should be one category. I don't see why it's both. I don't see why it's two.
Because you can get an actor-led film, like you have.
Yeah, but that's why the actor accolades are there.
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? So like you say, well done for being great in that movie, but why do you have to say well done twice to a film being good? Like the director makes the movie, and the actors do it. So it's best film. It should just be best film. It shouldn't be best director and best film. It should just be best film.
But sometimes you can look at a film and you can be like, that is the director's vision.
Yeah,
which is why the film's so good, right?
But then you can look at a
film. You don't
film.
see a shit film with like a good director. It's always the same people. Always. Other than them snubbing Three Billboards. But it's all, I don't see why they're not one category.
I don't know. I think there's some films that you can look at and I can't reel them off right now, but I think there are films in
like, if you're going to give it to Frances McDormand for being best actress, then it's like, that's an individual performance within a film. But
Sure. But I still think you have, you have an actor's film where it is the whole cast and that cast makes the film. I think that there are some in times gone past and maybe we need to discuss that at another time.
I'd be interested to see if there's actually any category where it's been in 1 year, any Oscars where it's been 1 year where the director and the film haven't been in the same category.
Yeah, they have. Argo.
What, Affleck?
Yeah.
Director or film?
Affleck won for best director and he wasn't even in. He wasn't even.
See, that makes no sense to me.
It happens.
Makes zero sense.
It happens. That's what I'm saying. But that's
flawed massively.
Yeah, but you wouldn't say that Argo was. I don't know.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, but you wouldn't say that.
Not because of the direction necessarily. I think.
But maybe they looked at it and they thought it was for that.
Yeah, it's because the Academy suck.
Who knows?
Balls,
so have you got a choice for this?
It chops and changes quite a lot, but I'm going Dunkirk.
Oh, Nolan getting the double whammy.
I think it'll be Three Billboards.
Wow.
But I'm going Dunkirk.
You're going Dunkirk for your prediction, though.
Yep.
Predictions.
I'm going Dunkirk, yeah.
Harry?
I'm also going Dunkirk. I want Dunkirk.
We've had a couple of beers.
Sure. I think ultimately, like Sean said, Three Billboards will win.
Yeah, I think it will.
You think?
But as a film, Dunkirk is just is
because
next
the
level.
Direction and the movie. It deserves.
No, it is, and like
it's three movies.
It's interesting.
It's interesting. It's a film that made me actually take in the reality of war. You know, like
Harry Styles didn't ruin it for you then.
No, I thought he was great.
He did at the end. When he had too many words.
I'm on Harry's side here.
When he had too
I actually
many
thought
words.
Harry Styles was all right in it.
Yeah, but at the end, when he actually had to have dialogue, he was bad. When he was on the train, he was like, "What do you reckon I could do? Go home." So, mate, just fuck off. Just get out. Oh, do you reckon I go well with love one day, don't we?
You just got to be in your bonnet because his debut album was banging.
It was shite.
I don't know.
Just because your girlfriend liked it doesn't mean you have to like it.
We're a unit, Sean.
But it's a sign of the times.
Stop crying.
Oh, no. It's like Prince. It's not like fucking Prince.
It's definitely not.
And even
like
Prince is shit.
People are, oh, get out. Get out. Not on my watch.
How many Prince albums, Joan?
One.
Well, fuck
is it the main one?
Yeah. Is it Purple Rain?
No, I got 1999.
Yeah, but you only bought that recently. So don't make like you're a massive Prince fan.
Yeah, I don't own many albums. I'm a horrible person that
Spotify,
streams them. Yeah.
Prince's first album was always just like reeling off in
all
the
his
morning.
EPs.
Yeah. I had his first live bootleg EP from Rotterdam.
Ooh. Okay, so my choice for it though, I'm unsure here if I'm going to go for. I'm just looking across the categories here, and I'm thinking I am different to you in.
Don't worry about what you're different to. Just go with what you think is going to win.
Oh, my choice is different to yours anyway. Regardless, it's either for me, and I can say mine now because yours are locked in. My choice is either Shape of Water or Lady Bird.
Yeah.
I don't think in the way in which I'm looking at it, I don't think Three Billboards will win it. I think it's too risque for what it is without having too much of a subject matter that they really like the other ones, even though it's got the whole police brutality. And when you actually look deeper into the film, it has the racism going on. I mean, it's three racists in Ebbing, Missouri more than anything else when you look into the film.
Yeah.
And you have the, as I said, the police not really doing anything and whatnot. But I think that they can look at other films in this category and go, there's ones that there are some that have that kind of storyline throughout it that can relate to reality, like Get Out, like The Shape of Water as well. I just think I'm gonna go for, and Lady Bird obviously has that kind of feel to it as well. I'm gonna go for. I just don't want. I'm gonna go for Shape of Water. I'm gonna go for Shape of Water.
I think that's amicable.
Yeah.
What did I go for?
You went for Dunkirk.
We went Dunkirk.
I just think that Shape of Water has. Yeah,
I'd love it to win, but then I think Dunkirk's better. And I any other year that Del Toro could sweep it, but I just think
and then the final category I've thought about here that we can just chuck our names in to the hat here. Just it might be the decider is nominations and wins. Who will be the most winning film out of the whole categories? Bearing in mind screenplay, makeup, effects, sound, editing.
I think Three Billboards will win the most.
You're going Three Billboards.
Yeah.
Sean is going for Three Billboards. Harry, what are you going for?
I don't know. Three Billboards.
Dunkirk can win it.
Seems like an obvious one.
If I go by my choices like director, film.
You've gone Three Billboards, mate.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. If I could go by all of that, then
the damage is done.
Dunkirk could win based on everything else, but I still think Three Billboards will take a lot of awards.
Yeah, I think that will.
But then Shape of Water with all the effects might win. But then Last Jedi is in the effects, guys. So,
I'm just gonna.
Where's Mark Hamill?
Jedis.
Just because I'm such a fan, I'm just going to say Dunkirk.
You're going Dunkirk.
I mean, realistically, it's not going to, but...
This is a good one, though, because we've all gone for different things. Yeah. I'm going for Shape of Water on that one, because most nominations, fuck it. I think it might get the most one.
For them for the people who played the characters, but for the other stuff.
They're the risky ones, though, for me. And I've gone... And my balls are firmly in Shape of Water.
Your balls are in the bath on this one. My
balls are in the sink.
Just quickly, while I remember, going back to the difference on director and film, Richard Linklater, who didn't win for Boyhood a couple of years back.
Yes. Which is madness.
But that's where
but that makes no sense.
That's where it comes in. It took him 12 years.
Yeah.
So what's he got to do to win?
One best film didn't win best director. It doesn't make any sense. There should be one.
If anything, you'd say it's the other way around.
There should be one.
Because you could look at that and you go... Because you could look at that. Yeah. You could look at that and you go... You could look at that and you go...
Best director.
You could look at that and you go, there's better films out there.
It almost feels like a cop-out to give him the other one.
Yeah.
And I just think it should be the same category.
So there we go. Oscars prediction, done and dusted. I will see how that pans out when we come into it next.
Let us know yours.
Yes. Yeah. Chime in. Give us a text.
Yeah, we're actually going to do a... I don't know if you can.
I can't.
Because of work commitments, but me and Harry are going to do a live commentary sort of thing, maybe. Or we're going to film it.
We're going to do something.
We're going to watch the Oscars and have some drinks and try and keep up with... It's like 2 hours long, isn't it?
It's not longer than that, surely. Come on, and the rest, yeah.
It's like 4, isn't it?
I've taken the Monday off. But we'll be on Instagram and stuff, so hopefully you can chime in with us.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea. And obviously, as we said, if you don't agree with any of our choices, if there's some that you just straight up you want to rip our throats out and you hate
a lot. So
yeah.
By the way, Tom Hanks.
Wait, what about a post?
Exactly.
Wait, what did you just say about it?
We just overlooked it a lot.
Yeah. No,
and Tom Hanks wasn't in the best actor, right?
He should be.
He wasn't in there.
Didn't even think of that.
The post is great. I really love the post. Keep saying it, but recommend the post.
I think people only looked at it and they were like, it's so Oscar bait.
He actually just means the post, not even the movie.
But I love when I get post.
I love it when I get post.
Who doesn't? Great. Who doesn't? It's that great feeling that you get a present in the post.
Or you get a letter from the bank.
Yeah.
Sound.
Or your chlamydia tests back. But there we go. I'd like to disclaim that that's not me. I've never sent off my piss for an
No, you just
chlamydia
heard
test.
about it.
Yeah, it's the thing that I heard about.
I never set it off. I went down there.
Yeah, I
did
get
it
down
myself.
there, you know what I mean? Be like,
And I was like, here's my piss.
Yeah, I'm like,
please don't put this in the post.
get your magnifying glass
Otherwise,
out.
Tom
Take a look
Hanks
at
end
that.
up fucking with Meryl Streep drinking my piss with the postman.
Yeah, welcome to the post where people drink
you
your
have seen
piss.
that?
Yeah, surely, isn't that it?
Yeah, pretty much.
But that's our predictions. Let us know what you think. Get in on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, etc., etc. We're now delving into our third and final beer of the night, which seamlessly segues nicely into the 3 and under. But Sean, what
You're
have you got
going
for
to
us?
need it. And I've given you a good one, really.
Go on.
Brewdog, Elvis Juice, grapefruit infused IPA.
Shout out to our boy Sam from the Docks. This is one of his favourites.
It's nice as well, isn't it? What do you think? You're still on Brooklyn, aren't you?
What?
Come on, I've opened
He's still on
it.
Brooklyn over
still
there.
on Brooklyn,
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
You're taking the piss, mate.
You might like this one. Have a sip. Go on.
Ooh.
Yeah,
See?
there's your fruit.
Fruity.
There's your fruit.
It's nice, isn't it? It's a grapefruit infused.
Oh.
And it's vegan.
It
so-
doesn't count as one of your 5 a day, though, so... Gonna have to get-
How can it be vegan and not account towards your 5 a day?
Because it's not going to have that much fruit in it, Sean. Don't be silly.
How dare you?
Yeah, exactly. I'll slap you back down to earth for that one.
You're doubting Brewdog right now. Imagine
How
if they're
you
like, actually, it does.
And that
Anyway.
seamlessly goes
Elvis
nicely into-
juice. It's very nice.
It is. You can't go wrong with Elvis juice.
We've drunk this before when we did a couple of practice runs of this podcast before it went live.
I love
the
Elvis
masses.
juice. I don't actually like grapefruit that much, and
Nor do
I like
I.
Elvis juice more.
Because grapefruit's real sour, right?
It's sour as shit.
But it's almost like beer
Shit isn't
de-sours
sour.
it.
Huh?
Beer kind of de-sours it a bit.
Neutralizes it.
Yes.
Oh, and so
Yeah, no, I really like it. I think it's tasty. It's 6.5 though.
Lovely.
So, you know.
Proper lads beer in it. Right, so delving nicely into, and you wanted my face earlier, Sean, before we started the podcast. Here it is again. That actually wasn't it. I've had a couple of beers. That I look stoned.
No, you look like you just came in your
Wait.
pants.
That's not it either. I can't really explain this
Okay,
film.
anyway.
Okay, let me start you off. Sean set me the task last week in the 3 and under section of this podcast to watch Ben and Arthur. You're looking at the poster again, aren't you?
No, I just remember the poster.
Yeah. There it is, just in
Right.
case you want to see it. There it is, boys. Ben and Arthur.
It's so good.
Made in 2002. The tagline says, "Only the power of love can defeat a holy soldier on a mission."
Especially when your brother's a homophobe.
A homophobic, psychotic prick. But Ben and Arthur is made in 2002. You can tell straight away because we watched the trailer. It's got that kind of The Room vibe to it.
It took no money to make.
It took no money to make. It was, and I read into this the film and how it was made, and the guy who stars and directs and produces it and made the edit and did the soundtrack and stars and directs in it.
What is it?
I'll come into this. Wait, he is the guy who is he's a hopeless. No, he's not. He's a hopeless guy that is just really pining to want this Hollywood thing. He's a struggling actor, and I read into it, and it's actually a bit sad. And he was just 24 years old, and he's just trying to make this film. And then he got like halfway through it, and he was like, "Shit, I didn't know how much goes into making a film." And then he got his little brother who's 17 to get involved in the editing.
What?
And I was like, I read all this before the film, so I was like, man, I feel a bit sorry. Like I was like, yeah. Well, watch the trailer. And we were all howling. We were like in tears because it's that fucking shit. And and then I was like, I'm feeling sorry for the guy.
I just remember that.
Yeah. Techno music. I'll tell you about that.
Yeah.
So
Techno music.
In my head, it was an animation, and it just clicked.
Yep.
It's not.
No. Mine was
Yours is the animation.
So let me
there
delve
it is.
into Ben and Arthur. As I said, my girlfriend was here this week, so there wasn't time for me to watch it. Luckily, we had a snow day today, and I was able to watch it this afternoon.
God bless the snow.
Absolutely.
Everyone.
5:30 hit, and I had the time. Went to YouTube. Can't see Ben and Arthur on YouTube anywhere. When I type in Ben and Arthur full film, I just see an array of angry reviews by the LGBT community.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I know already this film, we know it's about homosexuality and everything else, and I thought to myself, well, this has angered the community. We'll see how that pans out. I finally found a link. However, it meant registering, which I clearly wasn't keen on. I did not want anyone knowing that I'd registered to watch this film.
Yeah. Not because you're a homophobe.
No, but I clicked. I clicked a link. It was presented to me, and then subsequently,
And then there was a pop-up, and then there was another pop-up.
two pop-ups.
Really?
One detailing local older females in my area were up for it. The second,
Were they called Ben or Arthur?
neither. The second presented me with a huge cartoon penis just throbbing on the screen.
Cool.
Clicked off
Hentai.
that.
These.
Clicked off that. Clicked off both, and then suddenly found a play button, and another couple of ads popped up. Got off those. Chased the cross on the screen. Click, 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 click. Done. Pow. The film starts.
Like boom, boom, pow, boom, boom.
Less Black Eyed Peas.
Wait, you fucking
Directed by Sam Mralvich. I have no idea how to say his name. Sam Mralvich, who credits himself 11 times.
Wow.
So that's what I meant by 3 times in the first 10 seconds. So it says a Sam Mralvich production, a Sam Mralvich film. Sam Mralvich. Like it cuts in and then it goes starring Sam Mralvich, starring other people. Sound editing by Sam Mralvich, editing by Sam Mralvich. He credits himself 11
Oh,
times.
shit.
So
We should. Be proud.
We're chucked straight in with Ben and Arthur, and we know it's Ben and Arthur because they're having a phone conversation, which is really shittily edited together with sound editing. Ben's on one line, he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then Arthur's on the other line, he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, "Have you checked the news?" And Arthur's like, "No, Arthur's in bed." He's like, "No, I haven't checked the news." And Ben's like, "Quick, you need to turn on the news. You need to turn on the news." And then Arthur turns on the news, and he's like, "What? I'm turning on the news." And he's like, "I can't hear you." Get it? They're getting connection problems already. Foreshadowing from Sam Mralvich. He knows what he's doing. There it is. But there we go. And the news.
So what's the story?
The news hits us. The news hits us. This is what gives me the story. The news hits us that Hawaii has finally allowed gay marriage.
What?
Cool.
Hawaii
Has allowed gay marriage. These are 2 men that are in love, and all they want is to have marriage. And it was made in 2002, and what you've got to cast your mind back to, 2002 was a time when gay marriage wasn't allowed in America. It wasn't allowed. Do you know what I mean? You had it in, and when I find out in this film,
Was
you had
it
it.
about Man and Dime there?
2002 was 2000. That was 2005, I think it was. Maybe even later.
This was ahead of its time.
This was ahead of its time. And I'm going to give props to it. I'm going to tell you about this film. It educated me because it told you that, Hawaii went back on its decision to allow gay marriage. And then someone came in and was like, no, that's not the case. So these guys bought tickets to go to Hawaii to have the gay marriage, and they couldn't have it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, and there's some great quotes in this film, okay? There's like them packing their shit to go to Hawaii. It cuts to them finding out that Hawaii has cut out the thing, and Ben's like,
What?
Ben's going,
Is that the twist?
yeah. No. This is really early on in the film. This is like 5 minutes, by the way, I've given you so far.
Wow.
I was, oh mate, I fucking really like this film. Ben goes to Arthur.
God.
Ben's like, we can't go to Hawaii. And then like Arthur's really pissed off that obviously this shit has gone on about gay marriage. And it's like, do you know what I mean? Like fucking this country. And Ben's like, we had the tickets, but da-da-da. And then Arthur goes, and I wrote this quote down, "The country fucking sucks. It just fucking sucks. And do you know what? If we ever get in a war and they draft my ass, the first thing I'm going to tell them is if I'm not good enough to get married, then I'm sure as hell ain't dying for it." It had all these quotes. But ending with him, and what really got me with this film was the really shit body language acting in it. So during this whole scene,
It looked like drama.
yeah,
year 10 drama.
yeah. So the whole thing of him being like, "Do you know what? Fuck this. If you're not gonna, then I'm not
then,
good
like,
enough for you." So he's going like this, and he's going, "I'm so angry right now."
Yeah.
Just like really slowly throwing shit on the floor, and he was doing that all the way through, and that's what really reeled me in. Oh yeah, another one. He then cuts to a scene where Arthur's really pissed off and he goes, "Dear diary, I can't believe..." Oh yeah, because he finds out that Ben was married to a woman already.
He also speaks into a diary.
Yeah.
What? He was married to what? Hold
He
on.
was married to a woman before they got into a relationship.
Before he was a big-
They'd been together for 3 years.
Big
and
advocate for gay marriage in
So he
Hawaii.
goes, "Dear diary, I can't believe Ben has been married to some bitch called Tammy."
Timmy.
Tammy.
Okay.
Tammy.
Timmy. Some bitch called Hammer.
Here we go. I'm already so into this film in a cult type fashion. A car crash you can't take your eyes off. The sort of shit going down the motorway you rubberneck for. You turn back going, "What the fuck was that?" You reel me in. I can't move away from it now.
Look at you.
I love it. This is what 3 and Under was made for. Thank you and thank you.
No, you're welcome.
I've realised now. I'm not going to give too much of the plot away, but essentially, this is a film.
You're not going to.
I'm not because
Please don't.
Yeah, just in case you ruin it for all of us.
Because there's fucking twists, man. There's fucking twists.
Give me the twist. I want everything, mate. I'm not going to watch this fucking film.
You're going to watch it. You're going to watch
Next minute.
it. Yeah.
I'm in.
Next minute.
He said he was going to watch Battlefield Earth.
I've got the link for it.
Have you seen it?
Have I seen it?
Have you seen it?
What?
Have you seen it?
I can't hear it. What?
Exactly. He can't answer. He hasn't fucking seen it.
Who knows?
Give me the twists.
Essentially, it's a film about a couple.
You'll send me the link.
I will. It's a gay couple's quest to get married. Think about it. It's in 2002. Gay marriage is not a thing. That's 16 years ago. Gay marriage is not a thing. So this is about a gay couple's quest to get married. They travel to a different state to get it done. They go to Vermont to do it. There's great mistakes in this film as well. The fact they travel to Vermont to get married and there's palm trees in the fucking garden of the place to get married is great. Do you know what I mean? And he actively says this. I watched in an interview and he's like, I made mistakes. There shouldn't have been palm trees. And like, mate, is that the only mistake you made? I don't think so.
Film.
Yeah, exactly. So but the thing I did really, really kind of admire about this film was that it kind of is just a replication of his life as well. He's a gay man that is pissed off with society and he's thinking, do you know what? Is
this you trying to give logic to
No. Because listen, he's going, I hate society because they hate me for being gay. And then
I'll show them.
And you're watching it and you're going, they don't hate you for being gay because if it's depicting him in real life, they fucking hate him because he's a horrible person. Like he's serving some woman coffee, right? And she's like, can I get some more sugar? And he's like, sorry. And she's like, can I get some more sugar? And he's like, okay. And then he goes in the kitchen and he goes and Ben's in there and he's like, Ben, do you know what? How about if I quit this job? If I just walked out there and I quit this job, and it's like,
sugar.
She's asked you for sugar. It's not like she's asked you to leave because you're gay. Like, and there was never any, like, I could understand maybe if there was some context to it that was what was going on, but she didn't do that. So really, when you're trying to,
because you're rude.
Yeah, exactly. So it was kind of
rude.
Yeah. So that was the thing that really, like, I pandered towards with this film because I was like, you're trying to give it some sort of message and you're not following through with it.
Everyone hates me because I'm gay. So everyone hates me because
you're an asshole.
Twat.
You're an asshole. Yeah. And he's an asshole of a human being. Like this guy's an asshole. Like, so I'm going to really kind of pick this up now. We then get to a point where, Victor, is the guy from the trailer with the blonde hair. He's Arthur's. He's Arthur's brother. As you said, Arthur's homophobic, psychotic prick of a brother. Yeah. We get to a point, Arthur turns up to him and Victor's trying to convert him back to being straight. He's just got a cat crawling all over him and he's holding a Bible whilst wearing a seriously bad budget sort of priest suit.
A cat crawling over
it's weird. And then after finding out Ben and Arthur have got married after they went to Vermont, he finds this out via a private investigator, which is a really awkward scene because he thinks the private investigator is too young and it's a bit of sexual kind of frustration between the two. And you're thinking, are you guys just, the actors are gay and maybe that's what's going on? I don't know. Like that's what he's done. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird, but I love it.
Why do you love 3 and under? Maybe you just always.
This is
exactly.
Yeah, but this is
always do 3 and under.
No, because I hated the others that you've shown me. Battlefield Earth was the worst film I've ever seen. This though is so bad that it's good. This Victor, this is great because I feel like it reached a point when they were sound editing it, him and his 17-year-old brother, and he just went, this is the point I need Victor to become psychotic. So after he finds out by the private investigator, he just cuts to a scene, and you see it in the trailer when he just runs down somewhere and he gets to a car and there's a woman and he just bats her head against the steering wheel and he kills her with the techno music and the techno music's playing in the background. Yeah, that heart stopping. She's the lawyer who's giving these guys some advice on what they can do about having a gay marriage and this, that, and the other. Cool. It's great. As I said, the techno's there. There's so many glaring mistakes.
As you said, the techno's there.
Yeah. Arthur turns up, opens the door. Something's happened to Ben. Victor must have done it. Arthur calls an ambulance. Arthur gets to Victor's and confronts him. Victor pulls out a gun. Arthur leaves because he's been put off by the fact that Victor's pulled this gun out on him. Do you know what? Victor's an asshole. He's managed to find out that Victor's got another hitman after these guys. So he's thinking,
who the fuck is Victor?
Victor is the homophobic, psychotic prick with the blonde hair.
Yeah, I'm back.
Cool.
I'm back.
He's kept up.
I'm back.
Arthur.
Kept up.
Arthur leaves. Arthur leaves after going to Victor's, and he goes back to the priest, who is Victor's like higher power in all of this. By the way, Victor keeps going to this guy, and the priest is like bearing down God's message that gays are bad. Blah 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 blah. Arthur leaves, and he goes back to the priest, and he kills him with chloroform.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah,
With chloroform?
Yeah,
I
well,
thought that just knocks you out.
it's really, yeah. Well, maybe he did, because then he burns him afterwards. But they're sat opposite.
Flammable chloroform.
They're sat opposite each other, right? They're sat opposite each other, and he's got a bottle in his pocket. He whips out the bottle, and he gets the flannel, and he's doing this in front of him. It's like where you are right now, Harry, and he's just twisting the bottle. It's like you can see it, can't you? You can see me doing
I
it.
can see it. I don't know if
Well,
Victor.
yeah.
Oh, you can see it as the audience as well.
Yeah, but you can't speak for Victor, can you?
Sure.
So then he gets the chloroform on him. He then burns him. Our hero is now a murderer. Yeah.
No.
Arthur goes back to the flat.
I thought he was a hero, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, exactly. Ben is now back from the hospital after being injured by Victor, if you remember rightly when I went through that.
Yeah.
He's all weak and shit, and then Victor turns up with the next hitman. So you're thinking, shit, the next hitman is going to kill these guys. No. Instead, Victor turns to the hitman, and he's like, I'm going to do this shit. So Victor gets the gun. He knocks on the door. Boom, boom, boom. Arthur's in the shower, because why not? Arthur's taking a shower, and you want to see some man's naked body just doing that shit.
Especially Arthur's.
Arthur, by the way, is not the attractive one. Ben is, just so you're aware. There's way too much.
They're all attractive, mate, in their own way. So don't be so shallow.
Ben has a beautiful body. Ben is the hot guy. Arthur is not.
Who's Victor?
Victor is the blonde guy. He's got blonde,
Yeah.
He's got
psychotic,
blonde.
homosexual prick.
Die-hard villain.
Yeah.
Man.
So Victor turns up with the next hitman. Boom. He opens, but instead Arthur's in the shower. So Ben opens up the door. What a grave error that was. Pow.
Oh, no.
Pops a cap in his ass.
Who does?
He's done.
Victor, psychotic, homosexual
Who do
prick,
you think?
kills Ben.
Kills Ben.
Yeah, the hot body
The
Ben.
hot one.
Hot body Ben. He kills hot body Ben.
had
And then what happens is the editing's all over the place just to make sure you know that he's losing blood. There's like shaky camera, and then there's like a really weird 15-minute scene that is just blows my mind. And
just keep on.
it kind of does delve into that, yes. And I'm not going to go into it, but my general review of this film, by the way, is this is what you gave me 3 and under 4. I want to thank you for this. I've learned a lot in the 85 minutes that I watched this film.
Where do you think it ranks?
It is just under prejudice,
Whoa.
possibly higher.
I hate you. And I hate
Why? Because what?
I hate the fact I hate what you I hate what you take away from these films.
There has to be a ranking system to this, Sean. It can't just be that they're all shit. You have to
They
delve
are
into
shit.
it. It is a shit film. I'm saying that it's a shit film, but it's a shit film to the point of that it's so shit that you laugh about it. Okay,
You enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
it was just,
I just hate
The
it
look
too
on your
much.
face, you enjoyed
oh,
it.
it was hilarious
Look
as
at
shit.
his face.
I was watching it, and when I watched it the first
state
half
of
an hour,
his
I was so yeah. Tell me about it. I was
Ben
really
or
close.
Arthur,
I was
whoever.
really close to calling you guys up and just being like, guys,
Do you want to come around and watch?
come
Ben
on, watch
Arthur?
this shit.
Okay. You're going to have to sort us out with a link.
I will.
You registered, right?
Huh.
If you
Did I?
You did. Cool.
Yeah, of course you did.
And this is what I mean about this film. You've got a bit of a backstory to it. The fact that Sam, whatever that guy's name was, who is credited 11 times, he has that kind of Tommy Wiseau, The Room vibe about him in the way that he wants
He's an
this film
idiot.
to work. He wants this film to work, and he has a passion for it. But he obviously finds out halfway through that he can't do it. Like, he can't make this film. And in fact, this film was made before The Room. When you think about it, 2002. The Room was 2004. Obviously, Tommy Wiseau has that comical way about him, which the way he speaks. But still, I mean, I picked up some lines from this which were ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, if my country wants to call me up for war, then, you know, like
Yeah,
that
that's
line
bad.
is
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
great. And then there's others in this which you're thinking, oh my God, someone wrote that shit.
Yeah.
He did. So yeah, it's definitely up there. I want us to see that, and thank you very much for that. Do we have a film for next week? Do we want to stick with what was my second choice, by the way? And that will be our one that whoever loses our predictions has to watch that. It was Space Babies.
Oh, Baby Geniuses.
Baby Geniuses, yeah.
Yeah.
Baby Geniuses
We
2.
can do.
or have you got another one?
No. Well, it's your pick, isn't
I'll
it?
take the bullet.
It is my pick. And we'll cut back in. I'll just have a quick check and have a look. So yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, by the way, that film. It's fucking ridiculous, man. It's so bad.
It didn't sound it.
It's so bad.
It sounded like it sounded bad.
Do you know what I mean? Like when that opening bit where it was like, "Hey, have you heard the news?" Yeah, I think I have. And it's like the sound editing is just so bad.
How long was it?
85 minutes.
Too long, baby.
85 minutes.
That's cool. Cool.
What's 85?
That's like
An hour and 25 minutes.
20.
Oh, mate, it's so worthwhile watching. Yeah, it's like My Life as a Courgette. It's that type of length of film.
okay. Put it in the same bracket as that.
I'm not putting it in the same bracket as My Life.
So you're saying Ben and Arthur is as good as My Life as a Courgette?
It's My Life as a Courgette with real people.
With gay porn
Ooh,
and
with
less
real
stop
people.
motion.
There's not really that much gay porn. There's not enough gay porn.
There's not enough.
There's not enough gay porn.
Not enough
been better.
real people in My Life's a Courgette.
But more gay porn in My Life as a Courgette.
If My Life
is the thing.
If My Life as a Courgette, the courgette was actually a dick.
There's a scene.
Ben and
There's a
Arthur,
scene.
we
There's a
know
scene,
exactly
right,
what it
where when Victor turns up at Arthur's. By the way, just as off
Victor
topic.
this, Victor that.
Victor turns up, right? Victor's really pissed off. Victor is so homophobic, and he's like, he actually
Of course
has.
he is, mate.
He has this bottle of holy water that he thinks he
He calls
keeps,
homophobic water. He like spinach. His muscles go big.
Ben and Arthur at home. Ben and Arthur at home, and they open the door, and they're like, he opens the door, and he's went to take something downstairs, and he's like, oh, God damn it, Ben. And Ben's like, what is it? And Arthur's like, Victor just put this bottle on the door, and he's like, what is it? And he's like, it's a potion. It's supposed to stop us from being homos.
Wow, that's mental.
Yeah, but I don't know. Was 16 years ago that bad? I don't know.
I mean,
This is why I think that maybe they had
gay a lot for people that were just not very good at football.
Good.
But that was because I was ignorant and 12.
So yeah, it's honestly, this film is crazy. This film is like crazily good in a way. Like it's that bad. Like it's
crazily good.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's awful. It's awful. It's awful in production terms and in everything else.
Okay.
It's awful. As I said, all the mistakes are glaringly obvious, but I just, as in terms of like, I can be endearing towards something like that, and I can like feel a bit embarrassed and feel a bit kind of like, oh, come here, you're shit. Come here, Sam
bring
Aravich.
it in, you're shit.
Come here, you're shit. Now, you shouldn't be doing that, should you? You shouldn't be giving the reins of the editing to your 17-year-old brother. He knows what Microsoft Paint is. He doesn't know what fucking Adobe is, you bellend. So it's all that's going on in this guy's head where he's going... He said that he was like... Some of the mistakes that he made was where...
You've done too much. Much too young. That's what I've got in my head going through this movie.
What?
Just like he was too young.
Yeah, he was 20.
Too much.
You'll watch this shit as well. You'll watch this film and you'll go, the guy's 24 years old. He looks 36. 36, baby.
36.
Yeah, honestly, he looks
Late
awful. Like he's got a horseshoe hairline. He's got a dad bod, right?
Dad bod.
Yeah, he's got a proper dad bod.
DB.
You know, he thinks that he's gone through a lot of shit in life, but he hasn't. He's fucking 24 years old. So got some news for you. There's some other shit
There's
that happens.
more
There's
shit
more shit that happens.
coming your way.
Not just 24. There's other shit that
real
happens.
shit.
In your 30s, there's some real shits. You get kids, diseases,
Real shit.
maybe a bit of cancer thrown in and that. You know what I mean? So it can get real bad. But yeah, like it was just nuts how. And he was saying about when he was casting for actors in this film, right?
How much research did you do?
Oh mate,
I know.
you can. It's like a rabbit hole. It's like a rabbit hole. He put out like an advert for it, and he got like 900 headshots back for it. And you can imagine how shit his advert was compared to what this film was like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put the advert out, 900 headshots he got back. I just want to know who the person who played Marjorie was, whatever her name was, because she was fucking shit. The woman who asked for more sugar in her coffee, she was so bad.
From
In this, Ben and Arthur. She was awful. Her name was Marjorie.
Not Men
She
in
asked for
Black.
more sugar. It really kicked off a scene with him quitting his job. Like,
Yeah.
But she was so bad. She actually turned and she went, and she looked at the camera and she went, I'm gonna tell on you. What the fuck? It was so
good
bad.
though, right?
It was so bad. It was good. I fucking loved it, man.
You should just watch all the 3 and unders.
I don't know.
I've got a 3 and under here.
Go on. What have you got?
I don't even. I honestly don't know
but
even if it's registered on IMDb.
Let me go to the IMDb. I've got to choose one, haven't I? I'll choose one.
Have you
I'm
not
just
got
storing mine,
what?
just
So it's
storing
Harry. So is Harry watching? Harry's watching the next one.
No, it's whoever loses. All right then. I have found our choice for this week. You're glad it's another short one. But whoever loses the predictions that we've gone for.
So hold on, yeah, but we won't know until Monday, and then we've got to watch it. Okay.
Tuesday,
Got ya.
Wednesday,
Got ya.
Thursday. Yeah, we've got time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Days of the week. I got ya.
You got it. You know. So this is a film called The Touch of Satan, 1971.
I'm in.
Fucking hell.
It's a one sentence description. A young man meets a farm girl. A one sentence description. A young man meets a farm girl who is actually a witch.
Say no more.
Absolutely.
No, who needs it? Don't say anymore.
It's all wrapped up nicely for you and presented in front of you there, isn't it, Sean?
What's the yeah, that's all I need.
Yeah. 2.1 stars.
Oh, hi.
I'm going to give us a little bit more this week, and that's a quote. Jody, this your pond? Melissa, it belongs to my father. Jody, oh, does he mind if people skip rocks across it? That's a quote from the film. So you can imagine that it's quite...
I can't fucking wait for Harry to watch it.
You think Harry's going to watch it?
Oh, strong words.
That's. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I mean, you two have gone toe to toe apart from one choice.
Imagine if that.
You've gone. It's literally one choice.
What was the one choice?
Janny and Spencer for supporting actress.
I think it's
Octavia Spencer, and you went for Alison Janney.
So I've won that one. So look forward to this winning.
Have a day off, mate. Well, we'll find out Sunday.
It's literally. I'm the pawn in this because
you may as well just step out.
You want me to step out?
What's the point, mate? We're the ones that are like gone for. Well, we've gone for the obvious ones, haven't we?
Yeah.
Wow.
You watch me win. You watch me run away. Imagine if I run away with that and
Imagine
get
if
all
you
the
win,
right.
our scores tie, and then you have to pick.
Well, you can't tie. Oh, yeah. It would have to be supporting actress just doesn't win out your two choices.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Cracking episode this week. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I've had a good time. Yeah.
I enjoyed that a lot. Even though we're snowed into buggery. Next week, let's catch up. Post-mortem examination on the Oscars.
Yeah.
Let's break this shit
down. And I would
down.
have probably seen about 3 series of The Office by then.
Absolutely.
Also.
Hopefully Sam will be here.
Yeah.
Sam from the docks, if he's not snowed into his...
Docks.
You know when they're all snowed in?
You're bloody...
I hate that.
Snowed into the docks.
Yeah, I hate that.
But yeah, as I said, cracking episode this week. I've enjoyed it. We hope you guys have as well. And if you've got any questions for us, anything you want us to be discussing, if you've watched the Oscars this week and you're listening to this already, you think that there's any surprises that had happened and you want us to talk about it, is there anything that you think we missed out on in terms of our predictions and anything glaringly that you think, what the ball bag have you done there?
If you just want Luke to continuously watch 3 and under films for the rest of the time we do this,
because I love them,
then let us know.
Let us know. But yes, we've been a Glass Half Film. Thank you
for your continued support. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. We'll be on Instagram a lot, I think. We'll try and keep that up with some polls and some other stuff. But we appreciate all the feedback and everyone getting involved. I really like it. It's good.
We love it.
We love it, don't we, Harry? We do. So, as we said at the beginning, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and good night.
Good night.
Ta-da.